Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can start 2023 in the best possible way so that you end 2023 with multiple clients under your social media marketing agency. So if I told you today that you could end 2023 with 10 clients, each paying you £1,000 a month in reoccurring revenue for your agency, you'd be like, Harry, sign me up. Like 100%, I want to do that. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the 4 or 5 things you need to have in place and you need to stick to from the start of 2023 for as long as you physically possibly can in order to get there. So number one is you must stick to a daily sales target. So set yourself an achievable target, something that you can definitely achieve, like something, not something that you'll do 70% of, something that you'll achieve every single day and you can tick it off your list every single day. And what I mean by sales target is, right, I've got a list of 500 leads here. Every single day, I'm going to cold call at least 50 of them. And yes, 50. Like, people message me and say, Harry, how many outreach messages do I need to do? How many cold calls do I need to do to sign my first client? Well, it's impossible to say because it depends on how good you are. It depends how many people answer, depends on loads of things. And to answer the question of how much you need to do is as much as physically possible that you can do, because the more you do, the more meetings you're going to book, the more clients you're going to sign. So step one is pick an outreach target that you know you can and will stick to, and stick to it every single day of 2023. So cold call 50 businesses. Asking you guys to cold call 50 businesses a day is not a big ask. It's not unachievable, and it shouldn't take you too long. Cold call 50 businesses. 25 will probably pick up. 10 of them will be interested and develop a conversation. So you've got to have 10 conversations a day with businesses to try and convince them to take a meeting with you. That's not a big ask. And that's not going to take a lot of time, especially if you're good and you know what to do. And especially if you've got that list pre-made. So you do 50 cold calls a day. 25 answer, 10 of them you develop a conversation with. After you've done that, build your lead list for the next day. So as soon as you wake up, you log on, look at your lead list, ring all 50, and you tick them off every single day. If you tick off those every single day, you're eventually gonna book meetings. Providing you're not doing stuff terribly wrong, you will get there. So, and Dan Pena, multi-billionaire, says you make 2,000 cold calls, providing you know what you're doing and they're good cold calls, you will be a multi-millionaire. So to get there, like, start the journey to 2,000 cold calls. Tom's made 15,000 cold calls for past businesses, including our agency. So just get them done. 50 a day, work up to 100 a day, do as many as you physically possibly can, and start booking meetings and start booking clients. Picking up the phone and getting these people on the call directly and booking meetings is going to be the fastest and most effective way for you to sign a client. Forget about LinkedIn DMs, forget about Instagram DMs, forget about emails, forget about all this like behind the keyboard shit. It just delays and delays and delays because you're too scared to get on the phone. Just pick up the phone, get 50 cold calls done every single day, and providing you know what to do and you have a clear meeting strategy after, which we're going to get onto in a second, you will sign clients. Number two, which leads on very nicely from my first one, is get out of your comfort zone. Make 2023 the year where you take yourself into the most uncomfortable places you've ever been. And the reason why I say that is, if you're doing stuff that's comfortable, that means everyone else is doing it because they're comfortable. People thrive in comfortable positions. You need to make sure you thrive in uncomfortable positions. I remember when I first started cold calling, I was a nervous wreck. And if you're a regular watcher of this channel, you'll understand like my story of how I started cold calling and how much of a wreck I really was when I was trying to do it. But what I kept reminding myself was, if this is so difficult and I'm finding it so difficult, that means 90% of other people in my situation who are trying to scale a social media marketing agency aren't willing to do it. Because most people that feel the way you feel when you start cold calling, some people might not relate to it, might find it super easy, but for a lot of people, that you will find it quite difficult. But what I reminded myself was, I'm in the 10% here. If I can just get over this hurdle, I'm immediately in the top 10% of agencies that aren't willing to pick up the phone, don't have the capabilities to actually hold a conversation on the phone with a business owner, actually book a meeting and see through the meeting and get their business. Like, most people just want to hide behind an email. They want to blast emails, they want to blast DMs, they don't want to put any work in, they're not willing to pick up the phone. So if you can thrive in that uncomfortable position, your agency is going to take off in 2023. Number three is perfect your marketing skills. So I've said this in many videos in the past, is that you've got to make sure your product is the best possible product on the market. If you're going after all of these clients, you're getting on sales calls, you're doing cold calls, you're doing outreach messages, and your product isn't the best it can be, you're not going to be able to keep those clients longer, because Tom and I, someone like us, are going to come along who do have the best product on the market. And when I say having the best product, I mean having a good Facebook ad strategy, having a good marketing strategy in general, digital marketing strategy that you know is actually going to get those client results, and those clients are actually going to want to stay with you. If you're doing all of this based on a bad foundation of a product that you know is not the best it can be, you're really doing a disservice for your brand and those clients. So make sure that you build a strong product. Your skills are completely up to date with the latest marketing strategies, the latest things that work on the platform, so that you know you'll keep that client long term. Number 4 is show up every single day without expectations. And what I mean by this is, don't show up every day. Don't show up on a Monday. If you don't sign a client on that Monday, you're not going to show up the next day. Make showing up for, whether it's 2 hours of cold calling, whether it's the sales meetings that you've got rejected 10 times before, make showing up an inexcusable task. Make it as like, right, I'm going to brush my teeth, then I'm going to do some sales calls. Like, build it into your regime so that you stick to it forever. Because if you make it this task that you can just say, oh, I'm not going to do it today, and you're not keeping yourself accountable for these tasks, then you are going to fail, because you excuse it once, you're going to excuse it 10 other times when you don't feel like it. Make it a task that you absolutely do every day. You don't skip lunch, you don't skip brushing your teeth, you don't skip showering before you go to bed. So don't skip the tasks that you know you need to do in order to scale your agency to where it goes. And finally, guys, this is a little bit of a plug for the Academy, but in 2023, make sure that you have everything in place in order for you to find success. Make sure you have the strategy. Make sure you have the presentation that you know converts. Make sure you have the scripts you know convert on a cold call. Make sure you have the Facebook ad strategies you know that are going to keep clients for a long period of time. And the only way you're going to get that is either spending hours and hours on YouTube, searching different places to find this information, or finding a mentor that you can personally have help you through your journey, which is why I want to recommend our Academy. Click the link below. There's a 20-minute video on there that explains literally everything from start to finish, what that Academy journey is like. Look at some testimonials on there. Look at the amazing community of agency owners that we have that are signing multiple clients every single month. It's really insane what this community is getting done in the social media marketing space, guys. When you look at everyone who's really struggling in the space to even book meetings, let alone sign a client, and then you see people like Lane, who scaled their agency to like $2,000 a month within the first week of joining the Academy, or another Academy member that scaled their agency to £15,000 a month from their dorm rooms at uni. It's crazy what this training and what this mentorship program and the support Tom and I give you on the live calls and the one-to-one sessions that we do, and how big of an impact it actually has. So click the link below and watch the 20-minute video, and then just drop us a message on Instagram, Harry_SMMA, if you have any questions whatsoever on the Academy. If you've not watched our previous video was on how we increased our e-commerce clients' top line revenue by 25% on day 1 of signing with them without running any paid ads. So click that link there if you're interested. If not, view the Academy. If not, we'll see you in tomorrow's video at 9 a.m.